Most people go to college for better opportunities, but for some people, going to college also means breaking the vicious cycles of poverty and violent crime. That's the purpose of Boston Uncornered, a program at College Bound Dorchester for students formerly involved in gang activity. We'd like to welcome one of the students in the program, Paul Burns, and the CEO of College Bound Dorchester, Mark Culliton. Gentlemen, thank you very much for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
I want to start with Mark. Describe this program, because what does this program do that your other programs do not?
Yeah, so ultimately it's about investing in folks like Paul, who are community leaders engaged in sort of negative or destructive behavior, and investing in them to help them on the road from corner to college, but through that to drive community change. It's built on this idea that our communities are stuck because we never actively engage active gang members successfully. And that's what Boston Uncornered does.
But engaging here means really two things. There's a financial part, and there's also a person-to-person part.
Yeah, it's really three basic things. One, mentors, so hire formerly gang-involved individuals to do the work. Secondly, this idea of high expectations, setting college as a baseline expectation. We're the only program nationally that does this for gang members. And third, to give the students a stipend to allow them to focus on education full-time.
Paul, how were things going for you when you first heard about this program?
When I didn't have anything going for me when I first heard about this program. I just was a week fresh into the streets from jail. I didn't have anything going for me, and I signed up to this program, and I've been enrolled since, and I'm here now.
What's happening here that wasn't going for you before, as far as helping you?
They've just helped me see the opportunities that I had in front of me. Like they helped me pick up the pace on my life and really like try to achieve something and make something of myself, and let me know that where I was at wasn't the end, and that I could have better, but I have to work towards it. Like you can't, no one's gonna give it to you. Like, and you can talk about it all day, but you have to actually work towards it. And they helped me work towards it.
No, making a change, that can mean encountering pressure from the gang world. It can also mean, dealing with the criminal justice system. Are there people who can help you with that in this program?
Yeah, this program has all sorts of resources, and this program has resources that, like, I know with dealing with this program, there's certain people that law enforcement, that they'll see me and know through College Bound that I'm not in negativity, because we was at a meeting earlier that day or a week before. Like, there's certain things that they'll know what I'm doing, or if they see me in the community, they'll know that I'm just passing by because I have somewhere to be. So, like, College Bound do have enough resources to know, like, they have eyes everywhere, so it is kind of good.
Mark, talk a little bit about what goes on with the mentors and the person who helped the students with, the academic part too.
Yeah, well, it's really social, emotional, and then academic development. And by and large, we find that when students are focused, the academic stuff is the easy part. It's really getting close to and committing to students like Paul, many of whom their life has taught them not to trust people. And that's an important skill where many of them came from, because they've been let down by a lot of adults in their lives and tried over and over to do the right thing. But most of us walk away from gang-involved young people and think that they're not worth it or they're too far gone. And so a huge part of this work is just being close to young people like Paul, listening to their hopes and dreams and helping them to realize them. I mean, what Paul said just now is, we don't do it for them. It's in folks like Paul. And a big part is just being close to them and saying, you can do it. We'll set these expectations. We'll help you through it. But that's why we talk about uncornering and uncornered as a movement. It's about uncornering our minds, and it's about uncornering Paul's mind about all that's there for him if he just has a little support and the expectations of the adults around him.
Paul, how does that happen, that people help you keep your focus? What does that mean?
Like, I've never had people like call me every day and make sure I'm going to school, or like, I've never had people call me every day and make sure I was going to work or staying in class. Now, like, since I've been involved with this program, I have that every day, like, and I didn't even notice it until I found myself like I get up before I get that morning text, like, oh, I'm already on my way to school from my advisor. Like, and I met my advisor in the system, so it's deep. It means a lot. Like, I never really had that.
Chris, focus also means doing the work in what you're studying. What's that been like?
It's been real different. It's been very different. Just learning about like refrigerant and like ventilation and like just very different. Everything about that is different.
Mark, the other reason for this program is that the students, you're hoping that a lot of them are going to go on to something and be successful and stay out of trouble. But I guess what also happens is that this ripples out in their community. Explain how that's supposed to work.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we know and love Paul, and I'm really happy for his success. But ultimately, this program is about folks like Paul changing their community and uncornering their communities. And in educational interventions in America, we've had a lot of success with individuals and with families. But if you look at the communities that have been stuck in violence and poverty, they're really the same ones that have been around since the 60s, other than the ones that are gentrified. And we think, why is that? And we think it's because there's gang-involved youth that are never effectively engaged, and they are the thought leaders for young people within those communities. And they're suggesting different ways to be, destructive ways to be. But if you get close to them, they can be leaders of positive change. And so when there's a Paul who before was known for a certain type of activity and now is walking the streets as a college student, that has this huge impact on this whole group of young people that otherwise are looking to negative mentors. And they're not asking folks like me for advice. They're looking to folks like Paul who are on the corners to say, what do I do? What's out there for me? What can I expect in my life? And when you have a guy who goes from the corner and gangbanging to a college student, that has this huge impact on those young people and the choices they make in middle school and high school. And we think ultimately this small group of individuals, 3,500 gang members in Boston, 3,500, that's it, can uncorner and unlock the potential of all of our communities.
Paul, have you experienced any of that in your neighborhood? People can now look at you and say, well, he's one of us and he's in college.
I think like every day I kind of have that, like every day I have those kind of effects on people. I talk to young people every day, or like I'm around people every day, and they just be like, "Damn, you really in college?" And it still shocks me sometimes, because I be like, "Yeah, I'm really like there, but like I'm past that. I'm already about to graduate, and I'm about to do something." So, and I'm telling them like it's not too late. By the time you're my age, if you do this now, you can possibly have a business. Like had someone told them like a couple years ago, like you should take your life serious now, then they might have been in a better position. Most people don't do that though.